are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. And he gets this back out to the 30-yard line. Reasonable field position. That's where the offense will get this one going. Now it's the Arizona product that is Ja'Cory Merritt. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The motion man here is McLaurin. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one intercepted on the 3rd play of the game. Picked off by Deron Bland. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. That is a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking opening drive touchdown. Instead, that 3rd down pick turns into 6, Greg.
Yeah, Mike, and every offense all week works on that opening drive. It's such a critical way to get their players and get their offense settled into this game. And as you said, disastrous start, not only turning the ball over, but allowing the defense to capitalize and take it all the way back the other way.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here's Luke McCaffrey. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Off the bootleg, here's Daniels. Out to his right, just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Deron Bland with the tackle.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
It's 3rd down. They need 6 for the 1st down.
3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's a Okonkwo. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. 1st down, Washington.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Daniels with a give to Merritt. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. DeMarvion Overshown there on the tackle.
1-yard gain.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
39-yard line.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of
29 yards in all, and they'll have it first and goal. Chance now to make up for that earlier pick six. They have it first and goal. They'll run with Krosky Merritt, and Krosky Merritt is in for the score. Touchdown for the Commanders. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. It's up and through. The Commanders will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter.
Jake Moody to kick off for Washington.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
A gain of
19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
On first down, right back to Williams. And he'll get about 5.
Williams, the ball carrier. Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. And we're not going to have another snap here. First quarter will come to an end. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Williams gets it from the pistol. Javonte Williams into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and It was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for
So
the
now,
Cowboys.
after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg.
The Commanders
Didn't want to
take
defend a
over
return,
first
so
and
this
10.
ball
At
going to be
their own
spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of
He's
5.
tackled at the 40-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Large money, large money.
On the give, Krosky Merritt. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Washington first down.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Good start to this drive so far. Another 1st and 10. They'll run over center with White. Nothing. Met at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
That's to the right side and incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
Miami, Calvin Dunn,
A run on 1st and goal. And he'll get a couple. They'll stop him at the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Throwing is Daniels. That is caught in the end zone. He's got it. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Halftime coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. Cavante Turpin on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he will dive into the end zone. 94 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
What's up?
Daniels now going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Jake Moody to kick off.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Nick Cross will bring him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Open man, it is Ryan Flanoy. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Complete to
A big play for the Cowboys. It's a gain of 34.
1st down, Dallas.
First and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Cowboys.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
On first down, it is Williams.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
2nd and inches. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Dallas.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Here's another shot from the 6 at second and goal. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. Javonte Williams into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. The coverage right there, and it's knocked away, incomplete. Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And so far throughout the course of the game, I think the secondary's actually done a really nice job of taking him away. I mean, he's clearly one of their best players, one of the top players in the league. They're going to continue to find ways to target him. So defensively, it doesn't matter if he has 0 catches or 10. He is always going to be a focal point of this offense.
Over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Durant.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Mikey Sainristil that time makes the play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
From a couple of yards shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there is probably the best possible outcome.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. 18 yards on the connection. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
A gain of 18.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
First and 10. Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. Oh, they get the break they were looking for. It is intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel.
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Daniels now on first down. And he could have thrown it away. Instead, he does get positive yardage out of it. That's a pickup of about 3.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
That's swung out to Krosky Merritt, and he is out of bounds. That pickup good for 29 yards.
It's a gain of 29.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here.
And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for first and 10. Here's Daniels. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Jalen Lane, touchdown Commanders. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's second and 9. Dak quickly to Pickens. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Prescott from the gun on third down. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up fourth down. Anger now on to punt. That kick is away. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Here is first and 10. Now Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Shooting for Terry McLaurin that time.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. A big one here in the fourth quarter. It's a gain of 34. They'll drop to throw. They'll swing this one out to White. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
So step one is just get close enough that you have a shot to strike in the end zone. So that's a nice completion there on this 2-minute drive. But remember, Mike, they're kind of up against it. They need to finish this drive with a touchdown and get ready to go for the 2-point try.
The RPO, that one is complete. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Throwing again, Daniel. Rolling right. And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown.
Oh, they were in field goal range, but it's an interception. He gets free, past the 40, inside the 20, and he takes it back all the way. How about a pick 2 if you prefer? The play backfires for the offense in a big way. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. This one gathered in by the hands team. Again, this is not over yet. Still 3 timeouts in the defense, but they cannot allow a first down. Williams gets it on the draw. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll go again here with Williams. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. And they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Third down.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They run over center with Williams. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not. Things are pretty much spoken for. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses